Welcome back, guys, to another Downtown Rams podcast, episode 117. I'm joined here by Phoenix Suns small forward Mikal Bridges and Blaine Grisak. How's it going, Mikal?
It's going good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time. I just realized I butchered your name after asking you what your name was.
It's all right.
All right. So first question for you. And this is, we'll start a little bit with, your NBA, because we think it's pretty cool. Never interviewed an NBA guy before, so pretty awesome. What is it like to play on the same team as Josh Jackson after going head-to-head against him at KU?
It's cool. I actually think when Josh was there, I think we didn't play against him when I was there. His freshman year. Oh no, we did. We did play against him. No. I don't think Josh played when we played against him. He was a rookie. Because we lost. We played Kansas my sophomore year, and then this year we wasn't there when I played him. But I know he's probably hurt that we beat his team, especially last year.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now you're on the same team with him, and hopefully you guys get a good chemistry going there on the court. But I'm a huge Nova guy. I live in Philly, so pleasure talking with you. You played high school ball at Malvern, college hoops at Nova, obviously. Now you're obviously in Phoenix. Yeah. What's the one thing about Philly that you're gonna miss the most?
Probably my family and my friends out there, who've been probably supporting me since high school. And just going to miss that support because it was easy for them to come to games. I was so close, especially college. I was right around the corner from all my family and friends. But that's what I'm probably going to miss the most.
All right. And then, obviously, at Nova, you're coached by a legend coach, Jay Wright. What makes him so special? Yeah. The Rams have Sean McVay. He's a bright mind in the game. But what makes Jay Wright so special as a head coach?
I think because he's going to make you be the best, player you can be, like just throughout college. So he never lets you relax. Even if you have a good game, he just stays on you. He doesn't yell at you, but he'll congratulate you, but just knows, just keep getting better every day. Like he doesn't worry about, he did such a great job, but he'll just stop and focus on his game. He's always worried about getting better and that next game. So just him always staying on me and make sure I'm the best player I could be leaving college.
All right, and Mikal, who is your favorite Ram all time?
All time? That's crazy. I would like to say a lot, but I think Marshall Falk is by far my favorite ever.
That's not a bad one there. He'd be my favorite as well. It's tough when you have Marshall and you have Kurt Warner and Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt and all those guys in the same team.
Yeah, I know.
And then I've had Jim Everett on, Roman Gabriel, so I have a lot of love for some of the guys that have come on the podcast as it is. So it's hard, man.
Yeah.
But as far as watching them play, I would definitely agree with you there with Marshall Faulk. But that brings me to my next question: who is your favorite current Ram?
And back to another running back, Todd Gurley for sure.
I love it.
The things he do, it's crazy. Just even as like a receiver, and he's just dominant. I'm excited for this year, just to see golf with a lot more, confidence in himself, with more weapons, and then just open up for more Todd to go crazy again.
Yeah, definitely. And Mikal, I have to ask you. You grew up in Philly. You're a Rams fan. How does that happen? How is that allowed to happen? I mean, I guess it could be worse. You could be a Cowboys fan, but how do you grow up in Philly and not be an Eagles fan?
I think because if you know Philly fans, they can get wild. And
oh yeah.
So I really became a Rams fan when I was really young. Obviously, I think when they were really good in 2000s and all that. Well, Pat, I was only 4 then, but I remember I used to play the game with Marshall Falk and Kurt Warner and all of them, so I just fell in love with playing with them. I just stuck with them. And my friends growing up, they're just like any other Philly fan. They just Eagles and just always abuse the power of the Eagles. So I just keep hearing it. I'm like, all right, I can't even like them because you guys talk about it too much, makes me mad. And I couldn't stand them, so I was like, you know what, I like the Rams. I like this and that, so I'm gonna stick with them. And then, I mean, Rams were not good for they just start getting good again. And so I've just been going through that drought with my friends and all that.
I love it. I was the same way. I loved watching guys like Marshall and Kurt play and Isaac Bruce and fell in love with them. But back to Nova here. I mean, even though you played at Nova and you were number one in the country, did you guys ever feel like you guys had to prove yourselves every game because you weren't a Power 5 school like a Duke or a UNC?
I think we just always have to play at our best because we knew that whatever team we were going to play was going to bring their best. And so whatever you watch on film is going to be a totally different team that we're going to play. So we just always have that mindset because every team we play, they're going to bring their best. People who usually don't make shots are going to make shots. People who usually don't pass the ball starts to make the right plays. So just always practicing and always having that mindset to always, you got to play your game at your best because no team's ever going to slack against you.
Yeah, that's for sure. And Mikal, what was your favorite move the Rams made this offseason? Because, overall, going back to the Rams, of course, the Rams made the crazy trade for Brandon Cooks where they sacrificed their first-round pick. They signed Ndamukong Suh, Sam Shields, signing Aaron Donald. So much. It was honestly a monumental offseason. I don't think I've seen anything like it. But what was your favorite move of that?
I know. Oh, my God. That is, my heart got very happy when we gave Donald that contract. So that we needed that. We just give him his money. We needed him. But I think the biggest thing I love was getting Talib and Peters. I think just getting them corners. And, I mean, I don't know what was up with Kansas City there. Like, Peters I was shocked when we got him. I was like, wait. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, I saw something. I got like a thing up on my phone. It was like Marcus Peters to the LA Rams. I'm like, wait, is that the same Marcus Peters I know that I watched at Kansas City? Like, I'm like, hold up. And I looked, and I was just like going crazy, telling all my friends, I'm like, oh, we're nice. We pick up Talib. I'm like, oh, we're about to go crazy. So I was like, I think picking up the cornerbacks was like the best thing that I liked the most this offseason.
Yeah, I would definitely. I can go against that. I think personally, I totally think you're right in the right spot with Aaron Donald just to get that done. I mean, after a while, it got kind of annoying hearing "pay the man" all the time, but it also got annoying, the fact that this guy is the best defensive player in football, and he wasn't getting paid like it. As well as the fact that doing the Cooks move, that was a direct, basically a direct response to losing Sammy Watkins via free agency. So there are all these different moves, but no, I absolutely agree with you, and I think the corners are only going to help with the pass rush overall because
God, yeah. And don't forget about Sue. I can't forget about Sue.
Absolutely. I mean, you're gonna have a lot of coverage sacks. I don't think people understand that. Like, you're gonna have to block Michael Brockers, Ndamukong Suh, Aaron Donald, Samson Ebukam, and we'll see how Dominic Easley, a former first-round pick, does now that he's switched out to outside linebacker. But you're gonna have to block all those guys, and then you can imagine Wade Phillips is going to throw a Mark Barron blitz or a Corey Littleton blitz or a cornerback blitz. So it's going to be. I don't see how the NFC title. I don't see how they don't get there this year.
Yeah, and I like Wade Phillips a lot, so I think it's going to be very, very good team. I feel like this is because I always knew the offense was there. That's what we did a lot last year. And pick up Brandon Cooks and then giving Goff confidence. So that's going to go up. And then now, plus the defense, I'm like, all right, now that's the thing we really needed was defense. And, special teams still there with Farrell Cooper. So, I think we just have everything, just the right everything. I really do.
I definitely agree with that. I think, they could, you could have more household names on the edge, but that'll come with time.
Yeah.
The household names aren't
Yeah,
household
for sure.
yet, but Ibukam could be somebody that, NFL Network is constantly talking about.
Yeah, for sure. And being in LA and start winning, people are going to want to start living out in LA, so they're going to start thinking about where they want to, move next into their chapter. So maybe bring in some free agents as the years come along.
Yeah, for sure, and LeBron going to the Lakers. I mean, that can't hurt either. I got to go back to Nova basketball because I live and breathe Nova basketball. So I just have to ask you, how different was winning the national championship your freshman season and then winning it again last year? I mean, obviously nothing will ever top Archie to Jenkins to beat UNC, but how different were the two experiences from your perspective?
So the first year was real fun because I came off the bench and it was my first year playing, so I just came in, did everything just defensively and all that stuff like that, and also Chris hit the game winner, so that was that's a crazy feeling, somebody hitting the game winner for a championship. So just going crazy to not win a championship, for a long time, I think it was 20 years. So just bringing that back was amazing. But this year, I think I love this year the most because I think I had a bigger role, and so it looked like, I really was out there, doing this and that and helping my team really, leading this team to win a championship. So I think this year by far was my favorite just because I had more of a role in, always being in the game.
Yeah, that makes sense. It kind of surprised me just because of the excitement with Archie Diacono to Jenkins, but it makes sense that this year meant more just because you had a more you had a larger role, so it makes sense. And another basketball question here: what was your favorite arena to play in? I mean, obviously you guys played some matches or some games at the Wells Fargo Center. I mean, you guys played in a bunch of and I mean, obviously at home. What was your favorite arena to play in?
No, yeah, especially the Pavilion, our home, and Wells Fargo. They're my favorites. But for away games, I love the Xavier's, their arena. I love the Centos, whatever I think this thing's called. But that thing is crazy when we come in town. Creighton's arena, gets really, really loud. That's you wouldn't think, but that thing is really loud in there.
I bet, yeah.
Then Hinkle Arena, Hinkle Fieldhouse, the Butlers, that's just old school, just being in there, dark up top. It's just a different type of feel, and it's always packed when we play there.
Nice. And then one more Nova question. What's national championship games aside, what are your top three most memorable games you played at Nova?
I think. This is. This is gonna be tough. I think my sophomore year, so my first year playing, my first year freshman year, at Butler, where we won. So that's one. I gotta be all road games for sure. I think last year at Xavier, because that was a lot of hype in that game because we beat them, so everybody was so hyper to play us again. So I'll give them two. Then the Kansas game, my sophomore year, when we first won championship. So that was the Elite Eight game. So that's three. I think the West Virginia game we played was hype because we came back after we were up and then they took the lead with maybe 10 minutes left or something like that. They went up 6. Then we just came back, won that one. And then and then probably the Kansas game when we blew them out.
I love it because Jake's a Kansas fan, so the fact that you brought up Kansas twice just kind of makes my night.
Yeah, it's funny because I the last podcast I just recorded one last night, and I said I was hyping up this podcast. And I was like, it must be sacrilegious for a Kansas fan to have like a Kansas killer from Villanova on, but no, it's pretty cool, honestly, and I appreciate how open you were, and just honestly the fact that you're a Rams fan is just blew my mind. Like I saw that little, I think it was now I'm forgetting what it's from, the Players Tribune, I think it was. And it was a video, and was it C.J. McCollum was interviewing you?
Yeah, it was a Player Tribune with C.J. McCollum.
Yeah, no, I saw that, caught my eye, and I wanted to reach out to you immediately because I was like, there's just not... See, like, you were like a legit Rams fan. I'm sure people are going to start liking the Rams and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, that's bandwagon at that point. Like, the fact that you've been a Rams fan, that long... I live here in upstate New York. Blaine lives in Philly. He's actually from Montana. So, I've had basically the voice of the Rams, JB Long, who calls the games via the radio, and he always, says one thing, basically like fandom doesn't have to come from one zip code. I think more and more people are starting to get that. My only team in New York is the Yankees. Like, I don't like the Bills. I don't like the Giants. I don't like the Jets. I hate Syracuse. Like, so yeah, it's that's how that whole thing goes. But I really think that's cool. And a question for you: do you plan on going to any Rams games this year, schedule permitting?
I'm going to try for sure. I didn't plan any. I was trying to. Obviously, I look at the schedule when they come to Arizona. I think we're going to be on the road, so I try to look at games like that. I try to look at the game where they play Philly in LA. I was trying to go to that one, but I think I'm not going to be able to make that one. So I'm definitely going to make a trip out there. But I just got to find the perfect game, the perfect timing with my schedule.
Well, two things with that. One, be wary that the Arizona Cardinals don't try to turn you into a Cardinals fan, because that's happening.
That's not gonna happen.
That they're gonna try. Like, for instance, Jared Goff. Oh, he's a San Francisco Giants fan his whole life, and now the Dodgers have kind of transformed his fandom. But
oh god.
Number two, if you're going to any game, not only should you go to the Rams-Packers game because Aaron Rodgers and just getting to see him play in person, if you're talking about any opponent, that's probably the one you want to see. But number two is I'm actually going to be there, so I'd like to meet up if that was possible. So let me know if that's the one you can go to. I know it's like late October, so
Okay.
But
most definitely trying to go out there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I just wanted to ask you that, and then I'm kind of going to put you on the spot here. Who did you want, Jared Goff or Carson Wentz?
Who did I want?
Yeah.
During the draft, I really hit, like, Wentz going to, Wentz school, like, they play, like, our, they're like, what, Division I, AA, so I wasn't really too high on Wentz. I like Goff because we're on a cow and him trying to, like, saying he has a little, like, Aaron Rodgers or something. And I love Aaron Rodgers. So I was like, oh, yeah. So I'm happy we got Goff. And then you give him some confidence, and he's playing like himself, just being comfortable, and then he dominates. So I'm really excited for him. I think this is going to be – last year was a peak. I think he's really going to break out this year.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yes, that second year in the system, gotta hope for a breakout now. If you had played football, Mikal, what position would you have wanted to play?
Definitely wide receiver, just in my length. I could catch. So I played when I was growing up for like 5 years of my life. So I played football growing up a little bit, but I was always a wide out when I played.
That's pretty awesome. I can't. I mean, how tall are you again? Are you 6'8"?
6'7".
6'7"? Yeah, you'd be the tallest receiver in the league. Imagine like Rodgers having you to throw the ball up. I mean, like he doesn't even have anybody. I mean, the Rams, they have all their receivers are pretty much 5'10" or smaller, except for let's see, Cooper Kupp is 6'1" and Josh Reynolds is 6'3". I mean, Mike Thomas is 6 feet, so there you go. You'd be the tallest guy. You'd probably be the red zone threat there.
Right, exactly.
But one last question. This is kind of mixing basketball and the Rams, and I want to know which Ram you would want to play a 1v1 against.
1v1. So I ain't gonna pick nobody on the defensive end because I mean, if I play them, I might end up getting hurt or something. So I ain't gonna pick like Sue or Donald, like none of them. I might not be able to play for like a year. I might be out, like with some type of injury. I don't know. I'll probably say Todd for sure. Todd Gurley.
Have you spoke to Todd yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, when you put one of those poster dunks out there, like I know you will, and get his attention, maybe. I know he is. He likes the Clippers, the Lakers, the Warriors. I don't know. They all gave him a jersey, so you do that. Maybe you posterize LeBron James, and then reach out and be like, hey, can we do a 1-on-1 now?
Right. That's right.
All right. Well, hey, man, I really appreciate it. You've been awesome, Mikal, and I hope the whole season goes extremely well for you. I hope you stay healthy. I think that's really one of the biggest things about sports. You could have all the talent in the world, but one injury can really ruin that. So I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you nothing but health this year, and go out, ball out, and kill it with the Suns with my boy Josh Jackson.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, best of luck, Kyle.
Thank you.
Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.